From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. Today is going to be a beautiful day, very normal high temperatures for this time of the year. That's not going to be the case for Saturday or Sunday, as high temperatures going to ascend up into the triple digits for lower elevations. We'll talk about the specifics of that coming up later in the show. For this morning, 50s and 60s in our lower elevations, 40s and 50s in the Cascades, 50s in the Blues, so it feels fantastic out there right now. And then as we head into the middle of the day, temperatures getting into the 70s and 80s, then high temperatures getting into the 80s and 90s at the peak of daytime heating. So the bottom line for the forecast, very normal high temperatures for today, but triple digit heat for this weekend, back down to fairly normal high temperatures for Monday and beyond, and the forecast staying dry. But given that we're going to have prolonged dry and hot weather, vegetation dryness going to go up, so fire danger poised to go up for next week as well. But I'll have more specifics on this heat wave for this weekend coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a Kennewick man under arrest accused of possessing child sexual abuse material. Coming up, how a multi-agency task force tracked him down.
And a stolen car out of Hermiston leads to a big bust in Kennewick with more than 20 people detained and several arrested. All the details coming up.
And a major Tri-Cities development hitting pause after potentially dangerous forever chemicals are found in the soil. Where they came from and what it means for the future of Vista Field. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It's Friday, July 11th. That means it's 7-Eleven Day.
And that means it's Free Slurpee Day. And we will probably not be getting them because those lines will be long unless we go right after. Yeah, right after we're done with the show. But
the lines are long. I mean, it's fun. Families like to go. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
But I'll go tomorrow.
I'll see how I feel later.
Tired, I'm sure.
Yes. And we have a lot to get to this morning, so we want to start your top stories with the crime alert. So a Kennewick man is facing serious charges after a months-long child exploitation investigation that led to his arrest.
So here's what we know so far from the Southeast Regional Internet Crimes Against Child Task Force. They say 25-year-old Brendan Derflinger was identified through a cyber tip that came in from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
And investigators say Derflinger was downloading multiple files containing child sexual abuse material, and search warrants were obtained to confirm his identity and track the activity to a home on West Gage Boulevard.
So with the help from Kennewick, Richland, and Benton County police and deputies, and also the use of an electronic detection canine, detectives were able to search the property and they seized multiple devices. Derflinger was arrested without incident. He's now been booked into the Benton County Jail, facing several felony charges for possession of sexually explicit images of minors. And staying in Kennewick, police had a busy day. They also made the arrest of 5 people after recovering a stolen vehicle that was linked to Hermiston. Detectives say this investigation began at the end of June when the car was believed to have been hidden at a home on the 3300 block of West 10th Avenue. A search warrant was served with the help from the Tri-Cities Regional SWAT team and a KPD drone. Officers then found that vehicle. They detained more than 20 people. 5 arrests were made for outstanding warrants, and police say more criminal charges are likely to come as this investigation continues.
And the Port of Kennewick is pausing part of its Vista Field development after high levels of PFAS, or forever chemicals, were found in the soil. Vista Field is a mixed-use development program that's in phase 1 right now, with 3 retail developers already building on site. So the port, which has been selling parcels, passed an environmental inspection back in 2014, but last month a private environmental report found PFAS levels above the state limit on one commercial lot. The port has paused work on parking lots and utilities while testing moves forward.
We will be looking at testing through other areas in phase 1 so that we can better understand whether, again, if there's more areas of concentration or if it's limited to this one area.
More soil testing is set to happen later this month, with results expected by the end of summer.
Well, last month, the Yakama Nation finalized the purchase of a 108-acre piece of land.
And Apple Valley News Now's Natalie Keller tells us what the tribe plans to do with the land.
Yakama Nation Tribal Council members Christopher and Casey McWallahey are walking through a piece of land known as Frog's Home. For the last 180 years, it's been used for agriculture. Now, the tribe has purchased the land and reclaimed a piece of its history along the way.
We have historical ties to this land, and we have our own teachings and legends that coincide with this area, with this flow of water. So it has a great interest with our people.
The land went on the market in 2022. With the help of a land trust organization called Forterra, the tribe was able to get the land off the market in 2023 and officially closed the deal in May. Noah Oliver, a cultural geographer and geoarchaeologist with the tribe, says the land is ecologically significant. It's home to a number of plant and animal species, and Oliver hopes future conservation efforts will help protect their habitat.
We don't want to bash agriculture, but I do think that this particular property and its importance, that we understand it, for the health of our ecosystem is really important to protect and to steward in a different way.
The tribe sees preserving the land as a long-term investment.
This isn't our land. You know, we're just taking care of it until the next generation is here, so that way they can, do the same.
The tribe says that it's looking into potentially purchasing other pieces of land in the future. From Moxie, Natalie Keller, Apple Valley News Now.
And the Yakama Nation also says it wants to thank all of the partners who made that purchase possible. There's much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, we are talking sports, including a Super Bowl champ headed right here to the Tri-Cities, all in support of local kids.
But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
I'm not going to do anything flashy to announce my munchies under $4. The items you crave, like tiny tacos or French toast sticks for less than $4. But I will do something explosive! At Jack, every bite's a big deal! Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Like most people, my days are nonstop. When I'm working, I need to stay focused, not worried about my finances. That's why I went looking for a bank that makes managing my money effortless. Apple was exactly what I needed. Helpful people with easy-to-use tools. Now, I spend less time stressing about money and more time doing the things I enjoy. Where do you credit union?
Looking for a laundry upgrade? Swing into Fred's Appliance and shop the best selection of top-rated washer and dryer sets. Come in today to take advantage of our in-stock, get-it-today inventory with the lowest price guaranteed. At Fred's Appliance, we promise you will experience hassle-free shopping with local expert help every step of the way. At Fred's, we still have the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region. We sell appliances, only appliances.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's the summer sales event. Great time to buy. Nice weekend, Hank?
Spectacular. Took the family camping, courtesy of Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. Morgan?
Baseball tournament. Mike Sport at the Homeland Field.
How about you two?
Mud Bath.
Get 0% APR financing with 0 down and 0 payments for up to 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Plus, get a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years.
And the princess never felt the pee as the Summit made for a perfect night's sleep.
What was it like before? Never a mattress?
30 years ago, getting a mattress was pretty scary. Middlemen hawked spring-filled slabs, hardly fit for a dog, at prices like you wouldn't believe. And you'd barely sleep, what with bad foam and even worse support. But then, Denver Mattress came to town. They promised a better night's sleep, and they delivered. And it still holds true to this day. Denver Mattress. After 30 years, still the easiest way to get the right mattress.
I'm not going to do anything flashy to announce my munchies under $4. The items you crave, like tiny tacos or French toast sticks for less than $4. But I will do something explosive! At Jack, every bite's a big deal! Welcome to Jack in the Box.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures. And we start off in Kittitas County, 48s for Snoqualmie Pass and Cleella, mid-50s in Ellensburg, mid-60s down towards Vantage. In the Yakima Valley, a mixture of 50s and 60s. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, also the same mixture of 50s and 60s. We're right on the cusp, though, of 70 degrees up towards the Hanford side. Then in the Blue Foothills, 50s and 60s, a lot of 57s. Lexington, Heppner, Pendleton, all at 57, and then 50s up in the Blue Mountains. Here's your CoCast for today for the Tri-Cities. Very light jacket weather for this morning, up around 80 degrees as soon as 10. We're going to be in the mid-80s as soon as lunchtime, and then mid-90s at the peak of daytime heating. So pretty seasonal stuff for this time of the year. That means a low to mid-90s for lower elevations. Lots of sunshine. It's going to end up being a beautiful day. All right, let's show you the big picture setup over the next few days with Futurecast satellite and radar. And look at this spinning blue H, okay? This means high pressure, and there's actually going to be a couple different high pressure systems working in tandem with each other over the next couple of days. One in the Rockies, one in the Pacific. That's just off the domain of the page, but those will work together to create very hot and very dry conditions for us as we head into this weekend. So I'll tell you just how hot we could be for the weekend coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Josh, thanks so much. 6:11 now, talking sports. And Prosser High School held a youth volleyball camp for girls, and it was for girls grades 1st through 8th.
And the camp was run by the high school's new girls volleyball coach, Lacey Martin. Other instructors included Martin's players on the high school varsity team, as well as the Team Yakima Volleyball Club.
It was good to just see us be united as one and just see our future and just be so ready to just pass that on.
Absolutely. And to add on to that, it was so good to encourage the little ones and see their eyes light up because they feel like maybe they were nervous coming in, and so us giving them that confidence just makes them want to try 10 times harder.
Now, this was the first volleyball camp that the school has run for young girls in the area, and something that players on the team say they are glad they were able to provide.
Also, the Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin counties have announced their celebrity keynote speaker for this fall's Dinner with Friends event.
Yeah, the event's set for October 30th at the Three Rivers Convention Center. It raises nearly $500,000 each year to support the local Boys and Girls Club.
So past speakers have included KJ Wright, Mario Lopez, and Shaun White.
This year, the headliner is former Seahawks star and Super Bowl champ Jermaine Kearse, a UW grad and Boys and Girls Club alum himself.
And so far, sponsors have helped raise more than $130,000.
We've watched his career from afar. He seems like an awesome person. He grew up in the Boys and Girls Club. He's going to have a great message for our community and help us further our goal of raising money to help local kids.
So to see more on the event, you can head to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colburn's Josh Forecast has how your weather is looking for the weekend. It's all coming up in that first alert weather forecast, which is in a few minutes, right after the break.
It's gonna be hot.
Too hot.
Get a Slurpee.
Oh yeah, free today.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline? Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Expand your access to library services with the Great Rivers Library Partnership. Get a library card at the following participating libraries. Get your Mid-Columbia Libraries card and unlock access to over 350,000 books across 12 locations. High-quality programs like author visits, performers, and special events, and more. Plus, no late fines. Visit a Mid-Columbia Libraries branch near you for more information or visit midcolumbialibraries.org/reciprocal.
millions of people deal with obesity and face unfair weight bias every day.
We don't want you on our team. You're too slow and fat.
Weight bias is harmful, not helpful.
Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect.
Learn more about weight bias and how to help end it. Visit stopweightbias.com.
Let's work together to stop weight bias today.
Apple Valley News Now viewer Alan Rither of Richland.
I'd like to let Stacy know how much my wife and I really enjoy watching her program and the news, but especially the weather section, and the fact that she occasionally puts my photographs up on the screen as a viewer photograph. So thank you, Stacy.
We love hearing from viewers. If you watch Apple Valley News Now, let us know. Email comments at applevalleynewsnow.com. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side. This newscast sponsored by Walker's Furniture and Mattress. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Northwest today, we're going to have very normal high temperatures. That is not going to be the case, though, for Saturday and Sunday. Could be up into the triple digits for our lower elevations. We'll tell you more about the specifics of that coming up here in just a second. But first, for today, a beautiful day, lots of sunshine, and like I just mentioned, very normal high temperatures for this time of the year. 90s for our lower elevations, 70s up in the Cascades, and 70s and 80s for the Blues. Wind's going to be pretty light for most locations, but after 2 p.m., some gusts could pick up in the valleys, also for the Cascades and the Southern Blues. Then for tonight, clear skies, overnight lows pretty mild for lower elevations once again, 60s and 50s for both of our mountain ranges. For tomorrow, the wind's going to come back. They could be a little bit more widespread and a little bit stronger in the valleys. Gusts around 40 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, around 25 miles per hour in the Cascades, and maybe some gusts for portions of the Basin and the Morrow County foothills. But that's not going to be the big weather story for tomorrow. That's obviously going to be the heat, as high temperatures could be around 100 degrees in the lower Columbia Basin, 90s for the valleys, and mid-90s at least for the foothills. But if you consider this to be a 2-day heat wave, the hottest of the 2 days is going to be on Sunday. Some portions of the lower Columbia Basin could be a little bit closer to 105 as opposed to 100, but mid-90s in the Kittitas Valley, the Yakima Valley breaching 100 degrees, and dangerously close to 100 degrees in the Blue Foothills. Now, after Sunday, temperatures come back down to earth for Monday through Thursday. Still hot, but pretty seasonal stuff for the middle of July. And this is unfortunately pretty seasonal as well. No rain chances over the next 7 days. So think about what this is going to do to our vegetation. 7 days straight of high temperatures, at least 95 degrees, no rain. And so, yeah, the vegetation is going to be stressed out and the fire danger is poised to go up. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs in the triple digits this weekend, then a party in the mid-90s from Monday through Thursday. In Yakima, heating up around 100 Saturday and Sunday, then a consistent string of 90s next week. In Ellensburg, winds picking up over the next few days, so we'll watch the fire start potential very closely. Calmer winds by Tuesday. In Hermiston, highs into the triple digits this weekend, the more seasonal stuff from Monday through Thursday. Finally, for Walla Walla, we'll make a run at 100 degrees on Saturday and especially Sunday, then a more normal brand of heat for next week.
Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, we take a look at what was trending this week, including a helicopter crew that pulled off an incredible rescue, all thanks to one very small and very loyal hero. We have that story coming up next at 6:19. We're back after the break.
We're here at U.S. Cellular for Us Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It almost feels like we're part of a cool club together. Swag.
Us Days just got bigger. All customers get a free phone with no trade-in.
The fireworks don't stop on the 4th. McCurley Subaru's Red, White, and Vroom sales event is lighting up July with explosive savings. As the largest volume Subaru dealer in the area, we've got the inventory and the deals. For the first time in a while, get low financing, like 1.9% on the 2025 Outback and Crosstrek. Don't wait. Save today and keep the Red, White, and Vroom spirit alive all July long. Only at McCurley Subaru, your way home.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Hi, I'm Christine Connolly, local realtor with As You Wish Real Estate Team. We offer full concierge services. Our handyman contractors will take care of everything and you won't pay anything until closing. I'm a proud sponsor of Operation Best Friend. Remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression.
Too busy being busy? Then it's about time you got lazy. Real lazy. And shop the brands that invented truly comfortable furniture. So kick your feet up, because Lazy Boy is now at Furniture Row. Browse and drowse in our collection of stylish and customizable recliners and sofas, and experience the durability and relaxation you've come to expect from Lazy Boy. Plus, unwind guilt-free with special no-interest financing. Here's to doing less in some well-deserved comfort with the Lazy Boy collection, now at Furniture Row.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Welcome back. This morning we're looking closer at when a hiker vanished into a glacial crevice.
Yeah, so the time was running out to find him in the vast Swiss wilderness. A chopper team was dispatched, but they had no idea where to even start looking.
That's until a little 4-legged friend stole the spotlight and led rescuers to a big save. Here's Jeremy Roth with the story.
High in the Swiss Alps, a helicopter rescue crew pulled off a very big save, all thanks to one very small hero. According to a press release from chopper rescue outfit Air Zermatt, they received a report of a hiker who had fallen some 26 feet into a crevasse in an unknown location on Switzerland's Phi Glacier. A chopper crew was launched, but given the vast size of the glacier and the relatively small size of the crevasse, they weren't initially able to locate the scene of the incident. That is, until they spotted the hiker's tiny pet dog, which had remained near the fallen man. Air Zermatt says it was the dog's behavior that helped lead officials to pinpoint the site where they were able to execute a rescue, extracting the injured hiker from the icy chasm. Air Zermatt later praised the tiny dog as a 4-legged hero who may have saved his owner's life.
Oh my God!
I love that so much.
I like his ears.
Yeah, he's just like, come on, hurry. Like, his face.
I love how much he helped clearly rescue his own, like, you know, this is where he is, you know, come help. But to me,
bringing the chihuahua
I know
up there
where
in the
this is
first
going.
place. I don't know.
That doesn't seem like
maybe it's
like a snowy
Swiss
hiking
thing.
dog to
No,
me.
I'm thinking like Old English sheepdog. You
Right,
know?
like a big-
that's
like
who you
a-
bring with you to the
like
Swiss
an
Alps.
an Alaskan Malinois.
Yeah.
A little Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
get out of here.
Maybe it was,
Don't
maybe it was
underestimate,
in
you
his
know?
backpack.
I guess so, but it all worked
But it
out.
worked
So who are we to
out.
judge?
So they're tough, you know?
I guess.
Don't underestimate the little ones.
The
right?
little ones, that's
Yeah.
right. That's cute. Okay, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, a hometown hero steps into a new leadership role. Coming up, we'll hear from Grandview's new fire chief about his decades-long journey to this position.
It's an emergency inventory liquidation sale this week at all Walker's Furniture locations. Save up to 70% off all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
Plus, with special 5-year financing, save now and pay over time.
This week at Walker's.
Friday, July 11th, your Tri-City Dust Devils play as the Columbia River Rooster Tails, complete with a family feast night featuring select food and drinks for $2.50, all thanks to the Tri-Cities Airport. Then don't miss the post-game fireworks show on Saturday, July 12th, presented by Columbia Basin Hearing Center. For tickets, head to the official site, DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
The future of healthcare is here at Prosser Memorial Health, home to Mako Smart Robotics for precise joint replacement. Prosser Memorial Health has added aquablation therapy for advanced prostate care. And now we're proud to be the first in Eastern Washington with the Da Vinci 5 surgical system, bringing world-class robotic surgery close to home, all inside our brand new state-of-the-art hospital built with you in mind. Prosser Memorial Health, the future of care, right here, right now. Learn more at prosserhealth.org.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
We're Sell My House Fast, and we've been buying unwanted houses for cash, fast, for 25 years. We'll buy this house, and this one, even this one, not that one. We'll buy this house for cash, and this house, but not that one either. If you're relocating, inheriting a home you don't want, if you've got a tenant you really don't want, we'll buy it. If you're behind on taxes and want to avoid foreclosure, going through divorce, or if you just need cash to get out of debt, we will buy your house at a fair cash price, and we'll close fast too. So with us, no real estate agent, which means no commissions, no repairs or cleaning necessary, no appraisals or formal inspections, no open houses, no closing costs, and no long wait to close. Sell My House has been buying unwanted houses since 1999. Call to learn more. We'll buy this house and this house. Okay, not that one. We've got hundreds of Google 5-star reviews because our offers are fair and the process transparent. Call now and we'll connect you with a qualified local buyer.
1-800-219-0560.
It's an emergency inventory liquidation sale this week at all Walker's Furniture locations. Save up to 70% off all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
Plus, with special 5-year financing, save now and pay over time.
This week at Walker's.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here on this Friday for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica DeLaw.
I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, so it's been like chicken dancing weather. Would you say it's worming kind of weather, like worming on the dance floor?
You gotta wave off the whole thing.
Yeah. Maybe some salsa
during commercial breaks.
Yeah, so we, Jay just learned that Josh loves to do the worm at dance parties or,
It's just party
Used to.
Okay, and you can salsa and you can do the jerk as we just saw.
I can attempt to do both of those things.
They're pretty good.
A lot of body movements necessary as we head into the weekend. As it's going to be quite toasty out there.
Oh my God!
Hey, the jackpot going up just like the high temperatures. It was a nail biter yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a nail biter yesterday. Went with forecast high of 90 in Pasco Tri-Cities. It verified at 93. So just hung on there, and the jackpot went up to $100. So for today, a much, slightly toastier forecast high of 94 in Pasco Tri-City. So if it verifies between 91 to 97, the jackpot's going to hit $125. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, very normal high temperatures for today like you just saw, but as we head into this weekend, first alert weather days for both Saturday and Sunday, so we'll have high temperatures getting up into the triple digits. Some safety tips to take to heart as we head into this weekend. If you're going to walk the pets, the earlier in the morning the better. If the kids are going to be outside, make sure that you're keeping them hydrated. If you're going to be outdoors working, especially, be sure that you're keeping yourself hydrated. Take plenty of breaks in the shade and check up on those vulnerable populations, especially the elderly. Right now, temperatures feeling fantastic out there. 50s and 60s for the valleys, basin, and foothills. 40s in the Cascades and 40s and 50s in the Blues. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. We're going to be around 80 as soon as 10 this morning, mid-80s as soon as lunchtime, and then mid-90s at the peak of daytime heating. So fairly normal high temperatures for this time of the year. I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, and also we'll show you what vegetation dryness is looking like. So all that's coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. We begin this half hour of news with continuing coverage out of Idaho, talking about those lives lost in that ambush that killed 2 firefighters and then severely injured another.
The Coeur d'Alene Fire Department and members of the community gathered yesterday to pay their respects to the 2 fallen firefighters. Now mourners lined the route of the funeral procession, which started at the English Funeral Home and ended at the Hagedon Event Center.
It's a 2-day celebration to honor the lives of John Morrison and Frank Harwood.
A memorial fund has been set up to support the families of the fallen firefighters, and that link can be found up on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com. Now, the city of Grandview is celebrating its new fire chief, but Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia says this chief is far from being a stranger to the community.
The new fire chief for the city of Grandview, George Sines, says he's lived and grown in Grandview his whole life, and he's been a part of the Grandview Fire Department for about 3 decades. Sines says after seeing a fire crew in action, he knew he wanted in on the job.
I heard somebody fall. I go out to the street, and there was an elderly woman that had fallen on some ice, and the fire department came out. I did what I could while emergency responders came, and I liked what I saw. I wanted to be a part of that system, and I made some inquiries, and in 1997 I became a volunteer for the Grandview Fire Department.
Despite his experience, Sines says this new leadership role was a surprise.
It was a very surreal moment. Super excited about the opportunity. This Grandview Fire Department has huge potential. I've worked with all these guys for the, I've been working with and help and training with all these volunteers that are on the department.
His passion for helping others helped fuel his firefighting career.
Those are things that have always been instilled in me to want to help others, and that's what's kept me going all these years. Is that that opportunity to be able to help people in their time of need, and people just to help, make a difference and make somebody's day a little bit easier for them.
Throughout his journey, Sines says there has been some tough calls.
In a community the size of ours, that you know a lot of people, you're related to a lot of people in a small community like this, and there are times when you do respond to people that you know, and it becomes a personal thing when you respond and have to do the job still and continue through and do that stuff.
Sines says talking to others helps him suit up after a hard shift.
A lot of times, many of the times that we've had difficult calls is just after the call, decompressing, talking about the situation, talking with my peers about it has often been the first step in getting through a difficult type of call.
Sines says he's going to hone in on the team's firefighting skills and try to help reduce response times. Sines says one of his goals now that he's chief is to replace some of the aging equipment at the station. Reporting in Grandview, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, thanks for that story, Monique. We are talking about what is ahead today. It is July 11th.
Yes, that means 7-Eleven, and that means free Slurpee Day.
Free Slurpee Day! Customers get a free Slurpee at 7-Eleven today.
And this year you can get your tongue tatted.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, tongue tatted. Okay, temporarily, of course. So just those, those safe ones.
A tongue tat.
Yeah, maybe we should try it.
So since the signature slushy drink's inception in 1966, the Slurpee has, of course, become synonymous with 7-Eleven's brand.
Important question. What is your favorite flavor of Slurpee?
Oh, well, if we're going just like tried and true traditional, I'm going to go blue raspberry.
Wild cherry.
Are you a wild cherry girl?
Mm-hmm.
You know the ones that freak me out?
You're my enemy. No. Which ones?
The Coke people.
Oh, I like the Coke ones too, but I have to be in a Coke mood. So yeah, it's usually wild cherry. And that's the one I get like at the movie theaters.
Oh, blue raspberry. But I'm not going today. I'll go tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a great idea now, but then later when I'm tired.
Theory.
Yeah, it's probably what's going to happen.
Standing out there with my children.
Nope, standing on business here.
Air condition.
Yeah.
So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, We have your weekend calendar covered as we talk community events.
And Josh Colbreth will have another look at your weather forecast. Keep it here. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Sweet Creek Falls on Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Our number one service here at NIU Women's Clinic and Aesthetics is our weight loss program. Our program is really focused on a lifestyle change. We want our patients to be able to lose around 10 to 15 pounds of weight loss a month is what we see. But when they're done with us on the program, we want them to be able to keep that weight off. We don't want to see them yo-yo.
So I've lost about 40 to 50 pounds, and that's been over the span of 3 to 4 months. At my peak, I think I was losing probably 10 pounds a week. It was quite a bit, and I just noticed it was falling off of me.
So we are proud to announce that we are releasing a virtual weight loss program. What makes our program so successful for both men and women is the fact that we are treating exactly the reason why you're gaining this weight in the first place. By addressing your insulin insensitivity, your hormone balancing, your lifestyle, treating everything. We really focus on you and your needs.
Now open in Yakima. Go to newuwomensclinic.com to start your weight loss journey today.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
At Bruce Heating and Air, our technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
System 1 loaded.
What's your emergency?
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County, and across the map for today, highs are going to be pretty normal for this time of the year. So that means mid-70s up towards Snoqualmie Pass, mid-90s in the Kittitas Valley. The wind's not as strong as yesterday, but we could see some gusts between 20 to 30 miles per hour. In the Yakima Valley, I'm thinking light winds throughout today, but after 5 p.m. the breezes could start to pick up a little bit more, but otherwise highs in the mid-90s, lots of sunshine across the map. In the lower Columbia Basin, mid-90s as well. Could be a little bit cooler down towards Boardman. That typically happens, but 95 for Benton City, 94 for the Tri-Cities. And then in the Blue Foothills, we're going to be in the 90s for the most part, mid-80s for Heppner, and then 80s for the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. And it could be a little bit breezy in the Morrow County foothills. Some of those gusts between 15 to 20 miles per hour. Okay, here's today's vegetation dryness forecast. And remember that all of these levels have been adjusted for each microclimate's typical dryness. So a lot of red on the map today. That's not good. That means the vegetation is going to be critically dry in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin, in the valleys in the lower Columbia Basin, and also for the Blue Foothills. Now, thankfully, given that winds aren't going to be that strong for today, that's why we didn't go with the first alert weather day for fire starts. But just know that potential is not going to be zero for today. And with more hot weather and dry weather on the way, we'll see where this ends up next week.
All right, 6:39, and talking about community events going on this weekend, we are going to see the return of the C3 Slam event. It's the annual 3-on-3 basketball tournament, but don't worry, you don't have to be good at basketball to play.
Yeah, that's right. It's meant to be fun for the whole family, and it's all for a good cause, because the money raised from the event helps give people in Africa their vision back. It funds cataract eye surgeries.
I got the chance to head over there with our very own Dan Hansen, and we got a sneak preview of what's new this year, but I do want to emphasize the not being good at basketball part, because it's been a few years since Dan and I both have really, shot at basketball.
I know, you got some swag on that court.
Very, very little.
And a lot of style.
Yeah, let's check it out.
The 8th annual C3 Slam event returns this weekend. It's an event for all ages. There's food, entertainment, and it's all for a great cause. And of course, there's also basketball.
New this year are the wristbands. Each team will have one team rep designated by that wristband, and this will be the go-to person for referees.
Each team is going to be required at check-in to be wearing a wristband that looks like this. That thus basically says, I verify that each of the players that have registered are in fact who's going to play. And if there's any questions, issues, concerns, disputes, that person is our go-to person. We're hoping to minimize any kind of chaotic conversations that sometimes take place.
Also new, more security. Deputy sheriffs will be on site all weekend to keep things safe and smooth.
You'll see courts laid out all the way from Newton, right in front of Sterling's, down G-Way, come all the way to the corner of Knight, and then right into the parking lot on the back side of the Hapo stage. So we have an L shape going on. Starting about 3 o'clock, if I were you, go away. You want to stay away from this area. It really gets congested. And by 5 o'clock, we've got everything staged so that by 6 p.m., those roads are completely bare. Nobody's on them.
Plays run daily from 8 to 4, and everything kicks off with check-in at John Dam Plaza. Just head to the main stage. There's a kids' hoopla with prizes like bikes, skateboards, and scooters. Dan and I aren't the only ones bringing the heat. Okay, so we're not really packing any heat, but temperatures are expected to be in the high 90s to low 100s, so it is important to practice heat safety. They'll have plenty of water on site as well as cooling centers, so just remember to listen to your body and take breaks when needed.
And hey, if you're not a basketball player like me, they're always in need of volunteers, specifically scorekeepers.
If you come 30 minutes before a shift time, we'll show you what to do. We'll pair you up with somebody who knows how to do it. There's nothing to it. The ref will tell you what score to put where. Very easy, and it's a fun time. You can sit under a tent, get some water, get a t-shirt, enjoy some really good tournament play. Because for every $50 we earn, that's what it costs to do the surgeries. So we are up to 25,000 surgeries that have been done thus far. So not only are you out there having a good time, but look at what you're doing in terms of giving people a gift of sight.
So remember to wear comfy shoes, stay hydrated, wear sunscreen, and bring that competitive energy.
Kobe.
I really like the alley-oop, or the teamwork, passing it to Dan down the post.
Look at us. Yeah. We could have created a team next year then. Exactly, yeah. Who's playing? All of us?
Yeah.
It's going to be us against Wendy, Stacy, and Austin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Night v morning?
Yes.
Or morning v night,
yeah.
I should say.
I like it. That sounds spicy.
Whoever wins has to do 2 shows in one day. I mean, yeah, doesn't have to do that.
Or doesn't?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Loser has to do both shows.
Winner gets the day off.
Exactly.
Yeah. As long as you come with as much swag as you just put into that, then yeah, we're
tried.
All in.
We're also, Justin Bieber brought swag back, so we're just going to keep saying it now.
It's a great Friday.
I love it, yeah.
Yeah. I love your form too.
Thanks.
You have some serious basketball.
Apparently
form
it's
out
wrong form, so, well.
No, it's just new form.
Yeah.
The leg
It's the new
kick on the
trend.
jump shot.
If that's wrong, I don't want to be right.
There we go. See? Case closed.
Right. And don't forget, of course, with C3 Slam, there's going to be those road closures like we were talking about. So check for the detours and the signs. They'll all be in place for those closures. And if you are making your way in there, whether it's to play, to watch, or just making your way through
Hydrate.
town, yeah, stay
And
hydrated.
wear sunscreen.
And give yourself extra time, of course.
And have great form like me.
And have fun. It's Friday Fun Day.
Exactly. All right, coming up next, we got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And then Mr. Josh here will be back with that full first alert weather forecast, and it's going to be a hot one.
Correct. See how hot it's going to be on the other side of the break.
It's an emergency inventory liquidation sale this week at all Walker's Furniture locations. Save up to 70% off all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
Plus, with special 5-year financing, save now and pay over time.
This week at Walker's.
Hi, I'm pulmonologist Dr. Jamie Rutland. Did you know we take 20,000 breaths a day? And when we inhale, we invite all the contaminants in the room into our airways? Indoor air quality can be 5 to even 100 times worse than outdoors. Meet the Air Doctor. It's your prescription for clean air and the only hospital-grade air purifier equipped with advanced Ultra HEPA filters, proven to improve your indoor air quality and overall health. I can confidently tell you that if it's in your air, it's in your body. Check this out. This would have been in your lungs.
And now you can breathe better with this exclusive TV-only offer. Save 40% now on your hospital-grade Air Doctor.
What makes Air Doctor hospital grade? Well, it's a triple filtration, including an Ultra HEPA filter that removes virtually 100% of the smallest and most dangerous contaminants down to 0.003 microns, including mold spores, pollen, smoke, pet dander, even bacteria and viruses that make you sick. That's 100 times smaller filtration than ordinary HEPA purifiers. That means you can breathe easy, knowing your family can get relief from allergies and asthma and reduce airborne diseases.
Look what the Air Doctor trapped. I wouldn't want my kids breathing this in.
Air Doctor takes the guesswork out of clean air. A pre-filter captures large particles. The carbon filter removes smelly odors, dangerous gases, and harmful volatile organic compounds. The Ultra HEPA filter captures microscopic contaminants, even bacteria and viruses. And the Air Doctor smart sensors measure pollutants, automatically adjusting the filtration.
It's pulling the pollutants out, it's pulling the allergens out, it's even pulling the toxic chemicals that our cleaning products leave behind.
Call or go to tryair40.com now. Get 40% off our best-selling air purifier. Plus, every Air Doctor comes complete with our 30-day Breathe Better money-back guarantee.
Call 1-800-351-8597. That's 1-800-351-8597. Call now.
Vision loss is not something that you feel until it happens.
Most people lose their vision from diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma, not at birth.
3 million Americans have glaucoma, and half don't even know it.
11 million people in the United States have macular degeneration.
So many eye disorders can be treated if caught early.
Make a plan today to get your eyes checked.
Visit brightfocus.org to learn more.
It's an emergency inventory liquidation sale this week at all Walker's Furniture locations. Save up to 70% off all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
Plus, with special 5-year financing, save now and pay over time.
This week at Walker's.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're going to have very normal high temperatures for today, but that is not going to be the case for this weekend, as high temperatures are going to get up into the triple digits for many of our lower elevations. So more specifics on that in a second. But first, for today, a beautiful day, lots of sunshine, and high temperatures, like I just mentioned, going to be normal for this time of the year. So that means low to mid 90s for low elevations, 70s up in the Cascades, and 70s and 80s in the Blues. Wind's going to be light for most spots for today, but they could pick up after 2 p.m., especially in the valleys, in the Cascades, and in the southern Blues and Morrow County foothills. Then for tonight, clear skies. Overnight lows going to be very mild for the valleys, basin, and foothills with 60s and 50s for both of our mountain ranges. For tomorrow, the wind's going to come back and they'll be a little bit stronger in the valleys. Gusts between 25 to 40 miles per hour, around 25 miles per hour in the Cascades. We could also have some gusts for portions of the basin or the foothills. But obviously, that's not going to be the big weather story for tomorrow. This certainly will be, as we could be up around 100 in the lower Columbia Basin, 90s for the valleys, and mid-90s for the foothills. And then Sunday, if you think of this as a two-day heat wave, Sunday is going to be the hottest of the 2 days, as we'll be around 105 for some portions of the lower Columbia Basin, especially up towards the Hanford side, but mid-90s in the Kittitas Valley, breaching 100 in the Yakima Valley, and very close, right on the cusp of 100 degrees in the Blue Foothills. Like I mentioned, this is only really going to be a two-day heat wave, back down to earth, more seasonal stuff for Monday through Thursday, but it's still going to be hot out there. It's going to be dry as well, so our vegetation is really going to be stretched out over this next week. That means that fire danger is poised to go up. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs in the triple digits this weekend, then a party in the mid-90s from Monday through Thursday. In Yakima, heating up to around 100 Saturday and Sunday, then a consistent string of 90s next week. In Ellensburg, winds picking up over the next few days, so we'll watch for the fire start potential very closely. Calmer winds by Tuesday. In Hermiston, highs in the triple digits this weekend and more seasonal stuff from Monday through Thursday. Finally, for Walla Walla, we'll make a run for 100 degrees on Saturday and especially Sunday, then a more normal brand of heat for next week. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the urgent search for the killer of Sunshine Sonny Stewart.
Just shocking.
The 48-year-old carpenter went paddleboarding last week on Crawford Pond in rural Maine, but she never returned. Police ruling her death a homicide, a source telling ABC News they still have no suspects. Authorities not publicly releasing details of how Stewart died. A source saying her body was found under unusual circumstances.
Nobody knows anything. Nobody has a clue.
Now, those who knew and loved Stewart speaking out to GMA.
She was just a really honest, hardworking, beautiful inside and out, just a strong woman who brought joy wherever she went.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what one state representative is urging local residents to do. With your GMA First Look, I'm Matt Rivers, ABC News, New York.
Your mental health is better, but having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with
Ingrezza. #1 prescribed Ingrezza is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior or mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Ingrezza. Time is now 6:52. It's time for your morning sprint, and we're taking a look at your national headlines to start off. More U.S. weapons are headed to Ukraine. President Trump announcing he struck a deal with NATO, and Trump adding that NATO will fully pay for those weapons. The announcement comes after Trump hinted earlier this week about sending another Patriot air defense system to the country, which they've asked for.
6:52, and here are the top 5 local things you need to know this morning, starting in Kennewick, where a man is now behind bars after a months-long child abuse investigation. 44-year-old Brendan Derflinger was arrested by detectives with the Southeast Regional Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Authorities say he was found with multiple explicit images involving minors, and it was flagged all in a cyber tip. He's now facing multiple felony charges.
Also in Kennewick, a stolen car investigation leads to a major SWAT response. Police say the car, originally reported stolen out of Hermiston, was tracked to a home off West 10th Avenue. When officers served a search warrant, more than 20 people were detained and 5 arrests were made on outstanding warrants. Charges related to the stolen car are still pending.
And the Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin Counties has announced their celebrity keynote speaker for this fall's Dinner with Friends event. Jermaine Kearse is headed to the Tri-Cities this fall. The former Seahawks star will headline this year's fundraiser set for October 30th at the Three Rivers Convention Center.
And the C3 Slam basketball tournament kicks off this weekend. That means starting at 6 p.m. today, you'll want to stay away from George Washington Way. G-Way will be closed from Newton Street to Knight Street for the event, and it will remain closed until 7 p.m. Sunday. Detours and signs will be in place to guide drivers, so make sure you plan ahead for extra traffic time. And if you're heading to the event, make sure you wear sunscreen, hydrate, and have fun.
Yeah, plan for traffic and heat. Okay, today is July 11th, 7/11, which means it's Free Slurpee Day at the convenience store chain. Since the signature Slushies drink inception in 1966, the Slurpee has become synonymous with 7-Eleven's brand.
And all the real ones know Wild Cherry is the best, right?
No.
These two like blue raspberry.
Yes.
All right, keeping up with the trends this morning, and we aren't the only ones.
That's right. A new study finds that chimpanzees follow trends in a way that's similar to humans.
Researchers started to see the behavior while studying chimpanzees living at a sanctuary in Zambia in 2010. They found that after a female chimp started to dangle grass and sticks from her ear, other members of her group soon copied her. And then
what a queen earrings.
Then it became a big trend.
I love that for her.
So the objects that seem to serve no visible function, likening their use to a fashion or social trend. Similar behaviors, more than a decade later, similar behaviors were observed in different groups miles away at the same sanctuary.
She created an entire movement.
Yeah, she did.
Oh my goodness. So since the animals didn't live near each other, researchers then wondered if the human caregivers at the sanctuary could have influenced the chimps. And researchers found the humans had used matchsticks or twigs to clean their ears, believed to be a behavior the chimps tried to mimic. Wow.
That's wild.
Did I read that correctly? So the chimps were at separate facilities, but they both did it?
Yes.
How did they know?
So they're saying the humans might have been doing something to clean their ears, and that the monkeys picked up on it. So it wasn't a fashion thing. It might have just been like, oh, you know, maybe they're...
Oh, cool. I'm putting sticks in my ears.
Yeah.
Or
if she puts sticks in my ears, I'm going to do it too.
We're on the trends this morning like the chimps.
I was going to say, or they're like subconsciously connected. But I think you're...
Or one monkey got away and went to that one and started it. Yeah. Well, we know who the real queen is. It's that one who did it first.
She did it first. Okay, get us out the door. A lot going on this weekend. And it's going to be hot.
Yes, it will be very hot. Now, for today, it's still going to be hot, but normal high temperatures for this time of the year. Feels fantastic out there for this morning. 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 40s and 50s in the Cascades, and 50s in the Blues. Later today, low to mid 90s for the Valleys Basin and foothills. Definitely still steamy out there, but that's going to pale in comparison to what we have for Saturday and Sunday. Now, after Saturday and Sunday, we'll be back down to pretty normal high temperatures for Monday and beyond, and the forecast staying oh so dry. So first alert weather days for Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures could be close to 105 for some portions of the lower Columbia Basin, especially on Sunday, and a little bit closer to 100 for the valleys and for the foothills. So just some tips to take to heart for this weekend. If you're going to walk the pets, the earlier in the morning the better, or late in the evening. Be sure the kids are staying hydrated if they're going to be outside for this weekend. Also, if you're going to be out there at the tournament, it's important to stay hydrated there. If you're going to be working outside, plenty of water, take plenty of breaks in the shade, and please, please, please check up on those vulnerable populations, especially the elderly.
And of course, you could find all these tips on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com. And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, Good Morning America's up next. We'll, of course, be back tonight with your local news and weather at 5.
Have a great day.
Enjoy your Slurpees.
It's going to be a chicken dance kind of day, getting that sweat out. Or
enjoy your blue raspberry Slurpee.
Your blue
Wild
raspberry
cherry.
Slurpee, yeah.
Come on.
Team Blue Raspberry.
Wild cherry. Woo! Woo! You guys hear that? Yeah.
Have a great weekend.